Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance is the middle child of the family. Literally, it's the second game in the GBA trilogy. If the third game is regarded as the prodigy that can do no wrong, and the first is the rough stepchild, then this game is stuck in the middle. Pretty funny too, considering the release order. What is this game? It's a Metroidvania. What's a Metroidvania? It's the experience you get when you play a rather tasteful title for the first time. At first, you simply wander around, seeing what the game has to offer. Your curiosity simply gets the better of you. Now, you too will write a very fanciful review on Steam. Released in the holy year of 2002, this game has you playing as a Belmont. Just a Belmont from the hit series Castlevania Nocturne. It all starts when his bro went to go have a training arc after not getting the whip. Then 2 years later, he shows up to Justy to tell him that their lady friend got kidnapped. For some reason, the man developed a convenient case of amnesia in the last 2 years. Anyway, the two make it to where she disappeared only to find the castle. As you keep playing, turns out his friend had the great idea of recreating Simon's quest, which, why would you want to do that? You need a Nintendo Power Guide to play that game. Those don't exist in their time period, silly. To make a long story short, this ended up creating 2 castles. Now you have to help him free him from Dracula's influence and prevent the vampire's resurrection once again. Welcome to the game. If Circle of the Moon was dark and moody, this game is bright and saturated. Igarashi took a look at the previous entry and amped the color up high. While the game itself doesn't look bad, not even in the slightest, it can feel a bit off at times with the presentation. Slap on that saturation setting and call it peak. Can't forget that dark blue outline to make him stand out from the background. If you don't like it, don't worry, there's a solution. It's called the recolor hack. Makes the game look a lot more easy on the eyes. But how's that gameplay? Justy's got the same sets as the previous game. If you're remotely familiar with this series, then you know it's all about that whipping. If whips don't do it for you, then maybe some sub-weapons will help, like knives, axes, or boomerangs. Just need some hearts and you'll go swinging. It's fun, quick, and easy. If you know the first game, you'll know it had a magic system which worked based off of cards. This time, we're working with a more straightforward system. Introducing Spellbook. It's books with spells. There's 5 in the game you'll need to find, each corresponding to a particular element. Each sub-weapon will perform a unique effect depending on the element. For example, with the axes, you can conjure a fire dragon to harm enemies. These cost MP to use, which slowly regenerates over time. It's nice to play around with, you've got a lot of fun options according to your taste. Cook in the kitchen with the playstyle that works best for you. There's tons of options to try out, and you'll naturally find these books along the way. Speaking of along the way, it feels good to move in this game. You don't have the running option anymore like in the last game. Instead, you now have the option to dash, backdash, forward dash, Korean backdash. It's just as spammable as a Mega Man game and just as satisfying. Movement, in general, is an overall improvement here. The game feels like it moves at a faster pace thanks to the improved mobility. Circle of the Moon did have fast travel points, but you still had to keep running around the place. Given the verticality, it did feel slow at times, but with the powers of wave dashing, the entire map is our proverbial oyster. You really do feel like you can just get around without a care in the world. Makes the experience that much more fluid, like water. Water in which over 97% is salt, or by its scientific name, sodium chloride. Going off of the traditional Metroidvania experience, you'll slowly gain XP, which you'll accumulate into levels. With each level, your stats will rise. Much like hitting the gym, you too will transcend into the ideal male body. You could spend time grinding levels or just play naturally and win with pure skill. Make sure to collect your drip, armor for defense, accessories for boosting your stats. There's strength, how hard you hit with the whip, defense, how well you can take attacks, and how magical your magic is, and luck for those special RNG moments. You're free to play this game however you want, whether as a hulking piece of muscle or a fine cut of intellectual prowess. You'll find what you like best. It has a little something for everyone. 5 out of 10. Do you like exploration? Do you enjoy gimmicks where you have to explore 2 versions of the same map? Because Harmony of Dissonance is just a game for you. Unique to this game is the ability to switch between 2 versions of Dracula's castle. There's the starting good half and the terrifying evil half. Both castles are completely identical in structure and design. Their only difference is in the aesthetic. It's between England versus Detroit. Either way, the entire game is set up where you'll need to traverse through both versions. So technically, there's twice the castle to explore, but in terms of exploration, it's actually about the length, or more so than Circle of the Moon. So all in all, you'll probably complete this game in the same amount of time as the first. If you've got the time, it's a relatively comfy experience, but the constant back and forth, along with limited fast travel points, does make things feel more tedious. Even with the dashing, you have to make it from one section to another, and then one castle to another. If you're a Castlevania fan, then this entry might not be a magnum opus of gaming. Nothing major is reinvented, nor does anything new with its combat, but it's not a bad game in the slightest. If you just want to play it as a time sink, I can think of far worse activities. For someone new to Castlevania, I'd more recommend this as a follow-up to Circle of the Moon. Or, if you really don't care less about it, just play it regardless of that. It's your life, not mine. Generally, Aria of Sorrow is considered the peak of the GBA trilogy, and even amidst all the other mainline entries. But we'll get there. Believe me, we will get there. Since the game itself isn't terribly long, it won't make you feel like you wasted your time. At the very least, it won't disappoint you if you're a fan of the series, unlike certain other media. All in all, it improved much on the mobility end and can overall feel like a step up, but it's still more or less the same. I'd gladly give Harmony of Dissonance a B rating on the Comboist scale. And with that, I thank you. I wish you all a great rest of your day. Actually, I'm not done yet, because there's one more thing I need to announce. That's right, we now have channel membership. There's 2 tiers you can pick from, each with their own set of benefits. I can't tell how much all your support means to me. The future of this channel is still unknown, but I want to be able to make it my life passion. If you want to support me, you know where to go. So now, officially, I thank each and every one of you, and I wish you all a wonderful rest of the day. Peace.